When you think paranormal, you think Skinwalker Ranch. Now, if you've never heard of it, it's considered by many to be the Disneyland of the paranormal. It has been the topic of a bunch of documentaries and it has a host of different stories, not just at the ranch, but in the general area. It is located in Ballard, Utah, and paranormal activity dates back to when the Ute tribe was in charge of that whole area hundreds of years ago. The Ute tribe state that the bordering ranch is on the path of the Skinwalker and that it's been forbidden to venture onto the area. But you know how we Americans don't like to listen to the natives. We always build on top of stuff we just shouldn't. But before we get into all that, I want to invite you to sub to my paranormal channel and please hit the bell icon. Please like the video and help my channel grow. I'm learning how to edit, so if you got any tips, please let me know. Also, I want to cover organized crime or true crime, so please, if you want to hear about that, let me know in the comments. I want to make this video a video series and plan on making these 3 videos on the subject, maybe 4, I don't know yet. It might even be 5. The video from today will focus on what a Skinwalker is and its relationship with Native Americans. Part 2 will be about the rancher family and what their family dealt with. Then part 3 will focus on Robert Bigelow and Nits. So what the hell is a Skinwalker? Well, a Skinwalker is a type of witch. Different tribes give different definitions, but the one I want to focus on is the Ute and Navajo definition because of its connection to Skinwalker Ranch. The general definition of a Skinwalker is an evil witch that can shapeshift into predatory animals such as wolves, coyotes, bears, and mountain lions, but they can also turn into other animals as well. They tend to wear the hide or pelt of whatever animal they're going to morph into. Alas, why they're called the Skinwalker. They can also control your mind by making direct eye contact as well. Their form depends on the task and they can change from animal form to animal form. They can also boost their magical powers by wearing antlers or the skulls of different animals. The Navajo, for this reason, consider wearing the hides of predatory animals a huge no-no. One thing I found super cool is how people who encounter Skinwalkers is that they can tell the animal that they're looking at isn't an animal by looking at their very human eyes. They also move awkwardly and human-like for an animal. Skinwalkers also have animal-looking eyes while in human form. A Skinwalker is created usually by committing an evil act like killing someone close to them, like a brother or sister. Legends of America state that there is a network of Skinwalkers and that they like to gather in dark caves or secluded places for different reasons. They do so to gather new members, planning to hurt people with their black magic. They also perform rituals as well, and they do the same exact things that the Navajo do with their culture, but with evil intentions. Surely they worship evil gods, and during their evil hangouts they get real evil, and I mean really evil, guys. So please, I'm gonna drop a disclaimer, some of this stuff is graphic. It's important to note that most Skinwalkers are males, but they can also be females. I always imagined that they were female, but apparently they're mostly male. Also, they like to dig up corpses and at these gatherings, and they have sex with the female dead bodies. The Skinwalkers also like to dance around naked and shapeshift into their animal forms, and they only wear beaded jewelry and body paint. So again, they have intercourse with dead bodies, so necrophilia. Ugh. Anyways, the leader tends to be an older male Skinwalker and often the most powerful. Powerful Skinwalkers can also read minds, cause disease, and destroy objects or people with just magic alone. I always thought that they had to change into an animal to kill their target, but apparently people who encounter the Skinwalkers say that there's ways to tell if they're near you. For example, they like to make sounds around homes, will knock on windows, bang on walls, walk around on the roof. They spy through peoples as well, and they will appear in front of cars to cause accidents. They almost seem to relish in fear. This will be relevant in part 2. There's a whole reason why I just said that in the next part. Personally, what scares me is how they run as fast as a car. And there's actually a policeman account of a Skinwalker running along their running next to their patrol car, and the Skinwalker turns to look at the cop riding shotgun as he sprinted next to the car. He even tries to grab the door to pry it open, but leaves these huge talon-like scratches on the side of the car. The police were able to drive faster than 55. They got probably to 80 miles an hour, and the Skinwalker couldn't catch up. So if you ever want to run away from him, just get over 55 miles an hour and you should be okay. So the Skinwalker can also control animals like wolves and owls. They can even summon the spirits of the dead and put them inside dead bodies to create zombie creatures. They can also jump down cliffs without dying. Also, I'm confused with how they change into animals because different websites say different things. Some say that they change into animals, while others say that they change into hybrids, like a werewolf or a humanoid animal like a minotaur or something like that. So the Skinwalker can also steal the lifespan of their victims. Think of any evil reason to kill somebody, and that's why Skinwalkers kill people. They're literally evil. Everything's their fault. I know that you're thinking these guys sound super evil, but I also think that they're the Southwest native equivalent of Satan, where everyone blames everything on that thing. The Skinwalkers are blamed for every single thing that could go wrong, from droughts to unexpected deaths to poor crops. Even bad luck is their fault. And in 1878, a bundle of Skinwalker artifacts were found, and the Navajo had their own Salem witch trials called the Navajo Witch Purge of 1878. Over 40 people died, and that's even more than the Salem trials. Which leads me to my final point. It's important because this whole talk of evil witches and evil people, rarely are people just evil. Human suffering will breed evil people like no other. It also breeds amazing people too, good people. And while that's not always the case, it's always the case in my opinion. Allow me to explain. A witch isn't always born evil though. And when you consider that the Navajo were enslaved by the Ute tribe and sold into slavery because the Spanish sold the Ute an extremely important advantage, which was horses, then you can see why some good Navajo witches turned into Skinwalkers. The Ute tribe also invaded Navajo territory with Kit Carson and forced them to go on an event known as the Long Walk of the Navajo. So they defeated them and took them out of their territory, and they were forced to go to a different reservation. And Abraham Lincoln actually let them go back to their homelands, which was the desert anyways. I mean, there's still fertile parts, but I mean, they were kind of shafted by the Ute tribe and other American frontiersmen. Anyways, they walked all the way to Fort Sumner, New Mexico, which leads me to what I believe could be the cause of what we see at Skinwalker Ranch. I believe that when terrible things happen in an area, the area accumulates negative energy. Think of a house where people have been murdered, or the cliche, a house built on top of a massacre or mass murder or Indian burial grounds. A good example is Gettysburg. Gettysburg is haunted because there was a massive loss of life, and the area carries a feeling of death to this very day. That's what I hear from different people. Also, Savannah, Georgia. Majority of Savannah was built on top of dead bodies, cemeteries. There's so many they had so many pandemics there, like yellow fever, and a bunch of people died, and they didn't have anywhere to bury them, so they buried them, and then people built houses on top of. And Savannah is known as one of the most haunted cities in America, in the world. So some people and I believe that this malice created a lot of Skinwalkers. I don't know why I said a lot. Some people, I believe that. This is my notion. But again, humans are rarely born evil or good. Usually people are a mixture of both. And I believe that when people are pushed to the brink, they become extremely evil or extremely good. Now, what we see with the Navajo Skinwalkers is that they want revenge. And that's actually what the Ute tribe believes. They think that the Uniton Basin is haunted or it's on the path of this. Hold on, let me just go back to my script. I'm rambling. They believe the Navajo cursed them, and now that the Unitan Basin is on the path of the Skinwalker. And bands of Skinwalkers live in an area in the basin known as Dark Canyon, inside the basin. So most people believe that Skinwalker, which is also in the basin, is on this path, and that the Skinwalkers did something. They did something to cause these beings to be able to materialize in the basin where Skinwalker Ranch is located. So most people believe that Skinwalker Ranch is a hotspot for aliens. And I want everyone listening to this to think of aliens as what they are. Anything not of this world. And they come in, they don't just have to come in metal spaceships. Like, that's not the only way to come to Earth. There might be some type of like weird portal type technology that we don't know about. I sound crazy, I know. I even now I sound crazy, but we're talking about the paranormal. This whole talk is crazy. Anyways, our monkey brains might be the apex on the surface of Earth, but we are no different to aliens than chimps are to us. In fact, I would say that we might even be dogs or rats compared to what's out there. I can't help but think that a Skinwalker used some type of powerful magic to summon a monster for revenge for what's happened to them. And a band of them just summoned some type of monster, and they left a rift in space around Skinwalker Ranch. Some of the things we see at Skinwalker Ranch will be on my next video. So I'm going to cover that in depth the next video. And I'm so sorry for not posting last week. I've been researching since Tuesday and Wednesday of last week. And this is like a really expansive topic. I wanted to make sure that I got all my facts and stuff correctly. There's a bunch of sources, but for this video, I used three different articles on Legends of America, which is a really cool website. They cover history, not just paranormal stuff. And I checked, I verified a few of the things they said, which turned out to be correct. The one thing I need to verify, because I only found it on a few websites, was the 1878 massacre, or the witch hunt of the Navajo, where they killed a bunch of skinwalkers, or people they thought was skinwalkers. And they killed even more people in Salem, which I found super fascinating. And apparently a lot of people don't know about this. The only person that said they heard about it was from my girlfriend's sister, and she said, I actually saw this on TikTok. Like, on TikTok, they said they told the story of the massacre, of the witch hunt, the witch purge of 1878. So I was super excited, like really excited. I was like, holy crap, this is a cool topic. Not many people have heard of it. I can't wait to do a video on it. So like I said, I'm going to do a video on the Rancher's family in the second part. And that's going to be a lot like what everybody else has posted. I feel like this video is kind of unique. It's not similar to what a lot of other people say. I know that like Mr. Ballin has covered it. Top Mysteries have covered it. Top Mysteries by far the most underrated channel next to Bedtime Stories. They covered it too, but they basically go over the same shit that you hear everybody else say. They don't really say anything unique, and they don't really go into like the Skinwalker. Everybody talks about what happens at the ranch, but there's so much to cover before you get into the ranch and what's happened after. And then part 2 of everyone's story is always Ned's and Robert Bigelow. Now it sounds like something out of a movie, but Robert Bigelow is probably like the most important person for the paranormal activity, because he actually hired scientists, PhDs, and these PhDs were super skeptics. They don't believe in it. Robert Bigelow has like a disposition to believe in this stuff, but he also understands that no one is going to believe in it if we don't try to use scientific understanding. Now we know that if these things do exist, we're not going to be able to record them. I mean, we can try. And they posted videos of orbs that they talk about. They always see these orbs that cause like anxiety, or they open portals and stuff. And Robert Bigelow actually goes over, or I'm sorry, NIDS is the organization he founded to study. I don't know what the I don't know what it stands for. I'll cover that in the third video. But they explain like they see all sorts of weird things that happen to all these weird things happen at this ranch, and they record them. They buy a bunch of dogs as biosensors, and they try to figure out what the hell is there. They're like these skeptics say that they see portals opening, and they're like, I don't know if I believe it, but I can't believe, I can't not believe my eyes, and seeing is believing. And these guys were skeptics, and next thing you know, they're coming out and like they believe in like the weird paranormal things. And you gotta understand, paranormal means like God, what does it mean? It's like beyond our scientific understanding. Something that's beyond our scientific understanding. It doesn't always mean ghosts. It just means that it doesn't mean that it's just about Bigfoot. It's like something that we can't. We just, it's beyond. You know what? I'm gonna Google it. Sorry guys, I've actually Googled it on the show before, and I always forget the fucking definition. Paranormal. Let's see definition. So, a phenomenon such as telekinesis or clairvoyance that are beyond the scope of normal scientific understanding. So it doesn't mean that it doesn't believe. It's just that we can't comprehend it yet, right? I think. I don't know. Like I just had deja vu as I was saying that, which means, is this true? Is deja vu correct? Like I saw this happen before. I don't know. I'm rambling, and when I say it's rambling, it's time to end the show. I didn't say bunkai at the end of the story. Next video, I will say bunkai. It's 15 minutes. That's perfect. I rambled from like 11 minutes on, so I will put in the comments to not ramble. And if you get to this point, comment bunkai in the comments, and you tell me what your bunkai would be. If you don't know what a bunkai is, it's like Super Saiyan for the Bleach universe, and I want you to tell me what your bunkai would be. I think my bunkai would be my sword turns me into a Bigfoot, If I had a devil fruit from the One Piece universe, it would be a Bigfoot fruit. So it would be like the Sasquatch fruit, and I would turn into a Sasquatch. It would be a mythical type fruit. And how cool would it be if a Bigfoot, but with like, you can turn into fire like Ace, who, by the way, Whitebeard is my favorite anime character of all time. Ooh, maybe there's other anime characters. Anyways, I love anime. I'm probably gonna create a channel to do that. And all right, I gotta shut the fuck up because I'm rambling. Anyways, I love you guys. Please like and subscribe, hit that bell icon, comment all whatever you want me to, like, just talk to me in the comment. You don't have to message me. If you want to message me on Instagram, you can message me, but you can also just comment and I'll comment back. Like, I'll have fucking conversations. You can tell me about your life and I'll listen and we'll chat back. And this is possible at the current size of my show. Once it gets bigger, and it will get bigger, I definitely will keep doing this, but I mean, I won't be able to keep up. Like, I won't be able to keep talking to everybody, but I'm gonna fucking try, like, for sure try. And this is how I usually talk, guys. I'm kind of like a spaz. My girlfriend always makes fun of me, saying like she doesn't take me serious. So like, anytime she makes fun of me, it's funny, and she says I'm all over the place and I don't know how to stick to one topic. So anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting. Your support means everything to me, and let's freaking keep doing this. I want to make this show huge, and I want to just like have a cool community where we just talk about stuff. So if you want to join my pirate group, that's what we are. We're fucking internet pirates. We're fucking bandits. We're gonna go for the pursuit of truth, and we're gonna talk about cool things that no one else wants to talk about. So if you want to join the Whitebeard Pirates, I'm freaking Whitebeard of this world. Let's do it. Love you guys. Peace out. A-Town down. Peace.